welcome to my channel. I'm Rachel. If you haven't subscribed, then please do so now. Today's topic, wear your size. I repeat, wear your size. There's a song in Jamaica, it's called Young Girls Wear Your Size. You should Google that. And it's all about the woman buying something that doesn't fit her. Now, I'm going to tell you the honest truth. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. I'll stand just shortly so that you see the size of my dress. I'm a 38 and look at the size of my dress. I'm just showing it to you. You could have taken a bit of it, couldn't you? It's a dress for spring. It has a little jacket. I refuse to wear the jacket today because it's warm in the apartment. Do you see what I'm getting at? You should be able to move in whatever you've bought. It doesn't matter if it's fashion, and it should be body fit. Body fit doesn't mean I can't breathe. Body fit means it accentuates your body. For example, this dress is not tight, but you see the different portions of my body. If I were to get size 36, then I would look like a stuffed duck. I am very particular with me. And we do not want to look like stuffed duck or whatever animal you're stuffing. We should be honest with ourselves, not wearing size 3 when we're size 5 or wearing size 6 when we're size 12. It just doesn't work. I have one dress that I found in my cellar and it is a size 34, 36. That was during the days when I was a bit tiny, very small. This is a dress I bought about 10 years ago. And the size is 36. I haven't worn this dress about 5 or 6 years. And I found that in the cupboard. And I'm going to turn around and I'm going to show you how it looks. I think it looks very horrible. Look. You see how tight that is? I had to get my son pulling up that zip. You see? This just doesn't look good. This is a no-go. If you have to wear a dress and it's looking like this, it's simply too tight. There is no space in the dress, even my buttocks. You see everything. This is a pure no-go, and this is what I mean, not wearing your size. Because I'm 10 years older, I'm now 50, it's impossible for me to wear such a dress. And because it's tight, the length looks also short. My boobs are all pressed in. No, let's stop doing this. It's not my taste. But that's just in the series because I found that a couple of days ago and I decided that that has to go in the box that I'll take to this relief center. I do not wear tight clothes. I hate wearing them because I have that feeling as if I'm living in the past. Ladies, wear your size. There are women, they have like a size 10 foot and they're squeezing themselves in size 8. This is singer Lieutenant Stitching. He's just blasting women, not negatively, but reminding them of all the difficulties that you have when you do not wear your size. First of all, if the dress is too tight and you are at a function, you cannot eat. Just think about seeing a lovely, delicious, exquisite buffet, but because that dress is too tight and you're afraid of it popping, you cannot eat. Aren't those disadvantages? And then the waiter comes around with a lovely bottle of champagne and you cannot drink because if you drink something with bubbles, you know what happens, you start floating and then that dress goes pop. There's a children's song, pop goes the weasel. Do you want to be a little weasel popping all around the place? Another thing, ladies, wear the right bra. Wearing the small bra does not make your boobs smaller. Then you have a bit pulping out here, there, and here. I'm not saying it's not nice to wear a dress that shows your cleavage. I'm not saying that. That's not the point. The point is, if the cups are too small, then you have your boobs all over the place. You have seen that. I have a good friend, let's call her Jane, and she has big boobs. But this is one of the first women I've ever met in my entire life with big boobs who wore the size that fits her. She was a person who invested in bras. And we both had an acquaintance who we knew very well. And she decided that this woman should get fitted bras. So we ended up going to a shop and we were drinking champagne, eating finger foods and all of that. And this woman tried on at least 30 bras until she found the right size. Now, it's not that we were being rude or whatever. We decided to help her to help herself. And girls, do you know what happened when she realized the price of the bra that fits her? She started to complain. And my girlfriend was like, look, we're not saying that you should buy the shop. We're saying you should buy one bra that gives you support, that makes you look exquisite, and that reduces back pain. To make a long story short, this woman did buy one bra and we bought one for her so that she would have two fitted ones. After she paid for it, she just slipped them on. And believe you me, she looked 2 sizes smaller at the top. She was well put together, her t-shirt just slipped on and she was like, wow. That's the miracle of wearing your size. And you have to do this. You can't say, yeah, but it's not important. Everyone is seeing it when you are wearing the wrong size. Most people won't say it to you, but they'll put their hands over their mouths and like, oh, did you see? Did you see Rachel's boobs are all over the place? They're hanging out under the arms, under the shirt, over her neck. People are like that. And it's all about wearing your size. And not to be forgotten are the women with this forever showing off camel toe. Do you know what the camel toe is? Think about a camel and the foot of a camel. Do you see that slit in the hooves? That's the camel toe. Now, I'm not going to tell you where the camel toe is, but please go to the Safari or the Google search and you type in women with camel toe. Do you know when a woman gets camel toe? Why? It's because the trousers are too tight. Actually, I shouldn't even be speaking about this theme when it comes to women over 30. Because most younger girls, they already know I should not be showing my camel toe. So why are you women over 30 always showing that camel toe of yours? You know, I could cry all day for sorrow because it looks so nasty. It's nasty. There is no other word to describe that. You're wearing trousers as a grown woman, and those trousers are so tight down there that even men refuse to look at it sometimes. Stop doing it. It's just not right. Stop it. Wear your size, because if you have camel toe when you're wearing a trousers, you're getting the other part. It's like having 2 pieces of apple dividing in the center. I do not know what that's called. The trousers are too tight in front and in the back. And it has nothing to do with decency. It's just poor decision. Stop doing it. And do not tell me that I'm a very critical person. You will never see me wearing trousers that gives me this camel toe effect. I do not do that. Most of the times my trousers are too large because I have decided that I am a woman of a particular age. If a 15-year-old does that, or an 18-year-old, even a 25-year-old child, I'll forgive them. But a woman after 30, she should know her size. Stop doing it. The next thing is the pullover that's too short and too tight. There's this pullover that we call the turtleneck. Some people, they do not have it here, they have it here. It's too much. You should be honest, and when you get in the store, you look at yourself, you evaluate. If you cannot, ask one of the salesperson, which size do you think or would you recommend for me to wear? Nothing is wrong with asking. It's their job. And most of the sales representatives, they're so happy to be asked. Then they can express their knowledge and they can give you good recommendation. Most of the times you do not even have to know which color fits you, because these women are trained in this area to recommend to customers what's best for them. Take 3 sizes. If you think you're a size 10, you can take a size 10, 12 and 14. I never opt for the size 8 unless when I've looked at that shirt, I've seen that is a bigger size. You know, there are t-shirts that fits big, the wider version. Then you can try. But if it's tight, you just put it back. There's nothing wrong with saying it's too tight. There's a saying, if it doesn't zip, it doesn't fit. There's no need for explanation. And that goes for the leather jackets. That you see someone wearing a leather jacket and the zip ends approximately in this area. What does that say? And the sleeves, it's so tight that the person cannot do this. Not even doing that. It's because the size is too small. What's our end goal? Are we trying to say, well, it doesn't zip, but it looks nice? No, it doesn't look nice, ladies. You can be angry at me for being very critical, but I'm just telling you, if you wear a size that's a 1 number up, you look more polished, more refined, and you feel more comfortable. Clothes are not there for us to squish ourselves in. They're there for protective reasons. For example, if it's cold, you wear a wool jacket or a leather jacket or a jacket that's padded. It's not because the jacket should be pretty or looking sexy. It's because you want to protect yourself from the weather. And it's the same if you're buying a dress. But it's not only just to put yourself in and to say, wow, I'm looking skinny. A smaller dress doesn't make you skinny. It shows only the disadvantages or things that you do not want to highlight. Now, with all that being said, I'm recommending that all of you go to the YouTube channel and you look up Wear Your Size from Lieutenant Stitching. And do not forget, whilst going shopping, the sales representative is not there to criticize. That's not her job. She's there to recommend, to analyze, and to make you happy. I'm wishing you fun while shopping and enjoy the weather. It's springtime. Start your day with being you and wearing your size, and you'll get the drive. Bye for now. See you soon.